Okay, here the one center Mutandateva. Sorry, Farouk Tandateva. Double seated. Chatting money. 4-1. Okay. Double seated. Aimenia. They move. Yakapoti wange alinze mwaka kujja guno gwaganye bwebityo ende zotuliddeko nyingi ende zebasaka zaali zafuuka zino zibakawezikutwaleko oyo boy apakasa enjolo wadagira gyetomerera nyekenyini omukulu makete enyonyi akamusola kati
Hello everyone. Welcome aboard for the third time today to the venue that is called Villa Lounge. It is a bar and restaurant in the central Uganda, the district that is called Masaka, alongside the highway to Mbarara City, just about maybe a quarter of a kilometer when you branch off from Masaka roundabout. We're having the semi-finals of a 32-man comp that has been happening throughout the course of the last 2 days, including today. There's one quarterfinal that is happening between Henry Mbabali. He's taking on Rashid Wagaba Dog City, in whose cause Dog City leads by 3 frames to 1. But for the one that you're watching live, it is Ian Kazibwe, whom some are starting to call the tournament favorite, taking on Farouk, the youngster Mutumba, in a race to 8 for a place in the final to take on either Dog City or Henry Mbabali. There has been one frame that has been played and been won by Ian Kazibwe. This one is frame number 2, in which Farouk is missing black. In the meantime, this live stream is both on Break and Finish Live Facebook as well as Break and Finish Live YouTube, with the same streamer and commentator being presented to you by myself, Peter Chobe. Live, it is Ian Kazibwe leading by 1 frame to 0 against Farouk Mutumba in a race to 8 for a place in today's final. I hope that the audio and video from wherever you're watching are as clear can be. There is this tendency of left-handers being known to be more talented than right-handers. because when action is performed with the left hand, it looks more natural, it looks more sweet, it looks more effortless, it looks more casual. That is what Ian is being so far in this semi-final. Now wanting to play cue ball with the little backspin, having relatively easy black to put to the corner pocket top right. There he does put the block and wins the frame, and now leads by 2-0.
Ian
2-0 between Ian and Farouk. The race for a place in the final that is coming up in about 1.5 hours is 8. The second semi-final is still having Dog City Rashid Wagawa leading by 3 frames to 1 against Henry Mbabari here at Villa Lounge in Masaka.
And a shorty. Omusajja muleke bulaga tamuteeba.
These two guys, these two young men, by the way, Ian is as well a very young man. Don't consider so much the beard, the relatively big body size. He only started playing pool at a competitive level only in 2021. Now in his 5th year, but you consider 2022 when he started playing out in the league with the team that is called Captainite Polo Club, the same team with whom himself and his current opponent Farouk Mutumba were the team's best players. Since then, both have moved on. Farouk to a team that is called Captainite, Ian to the Ugandan League champions Roxbury. Of course, Ian's career moving a little more faster than Farouk's. Already Ian having represented out of Uganda thrice the 2023 Holy Cup championships. Actually more than thrice maybe. The Grand Mchana 2023, Grand Mchana 2024, Timbuktu 2025, Billiards Cafe 2025, where he just returned just about a week ago, having performed relatively badly in comparison to his talent when he toured Zimbabwe first, playing in 4 money matches, winning 3 and losing 1. But in the comp that was Billiards Cafe, both of his lives did not go past the round of last. 64 out of about 100 players. That was a relatively poor performance. Now having a task of perhaps spotting both reds, I want to think to the same center pocket left. Key ball into the yellow. It looks okay. He almost got himself snookered, but I think he's fine. And the next shot having to be played with backspin, such that cue ball can be good enough for him to put black to the corner pocket bottom right. Like I like to say, it always looks neater when the guy trying to do it is doing it with left hand. Goes inside for top spin, cue ball off the cushion, perfect position. Black will be potted, in my opinion, a little casually. Now of the 3 frames is winning, and with the big assumption he's putting the black. Frame number 3 will be one quickest of them all. With the left hand he aims and focuses and shoots and puts. Ian 3, Farouk 0, race to 8. Babacha. You okay? Kasambira ngandi. Yabola baba.
Don't sit here. Don't sit 5. But Babari 1. It is 1. Okay. Okay, tukyagenda mu maaso. Villa Lounge Open Christmas Tournament. Shot. Oh, Kazibwe clear. Manager closes your club.
It is starting now to look like the young man in Farouk will be winning his first. He has been cruising through the earlier rounds, reaching the semi-final, being the first player out of the blocks against all of his opponents. He was winning the first frames. He's now having a taste of his own medicine, taking on a player who is even faster out of the blocks, with Ian now leading by 3 frames to nil. You will want to think that Farouk will be potting the red, which is closer to the pocket side right. Play it with precision but too much power. Cue ball naturally is played into the second red, which is closer to the yellow. Just like that. As long as he has full sight of it, should be good to go. And I think you will want to put it with backspin to the corner pocket top right. Cue ball has to move naturally rightwards. He may want to put black to the right, to the left, center pocket. Just like that. Perfect. After 4 frames, Farouk wins a first for himself. It is Ian 3, Farouk 1, a race to 8 for a place in the final. 4-1, Dog City leads against Henry Mbabali in the second final.
Ian 3. Yakoze kuyokunywa aga
Fred Benaiba, thank you so much. Watching from Johannesburg, Owen Masonda. Watching from Zambia on the Facebook stream, thank you very much. Goje Lile, you are watching from Mpumalanga province, South Africa. Welcome to the stream. Mark Gonye, also from Mpumalanga, thank you for watching as well on the Facebook stream. You are watching Ian lead by 3 frames to 1 against Farouk, racing to 8 for a place in the final. With a free shot, Ian hoping to utilize this opportunity right from the word go. Leaving an open table after a free shot played not so well. The table does remain open even in this case. He's free to play red into yellow or yellow into red. He would have potted the color of balls he would. He would be closing the table, potting the color of balls he would have potted. If 2 balls of different colors go in with his next shot, the table does remain open with him still in play. Once again, Ian 3, Farouk 1. Live stream on Break and Finish Live Facebook as well as Break and Finish Live YouTube, being presented to you by myself, Simon Itachove, at Villa Lounge, Masaka City, Central Uganda. Ian playing red into yellow. Red into yellow. Yellow is sunk. He does close the table. Ian is playing yellows. With purpose to win the frame with a red apple. He's playing this and one more tournament this year for the guy that, without a shadow of a doubt, has been the second best player in the country this year. With 8 comps, second only to Caesar on 12, by the way, about 10 days ago, before playing the final at billiards. Caesar was on 12. He then won billiards. 7 days later, he won Q Masters. That's why I'm counting him on 14. Of the 14, 3 are outside the country. Actually, not 3, 4. They are outside the country. 2 main events and 2 curtain raising events. A winning curtain raising event in Eldoret, also a curtain raising event in Tanzania.
Okay.
At Q Masters early in the year in August. Rashid Wagaba leads by 6 frames to 1 against Henry Mbabali. In rest of 8, you do fancy that more likely than not, Dog City will be the opponent for whoever of these guys will be winning this semi-final. Yes, he leads by 6 frames to 1, and the race is 8. He needs 2 out of the remaining 7. It's actually 2 out of 8. He needs. But Ian needs to win this to make it a 4th for himself. Look at the position of the yellow. The most ideal shot is a little backspin cue ball, just a little backwards as he puts yellow to the corner pocket bottom right. On target, a little backwards. The rest is a formality. He will choke the tip of his cue stick, which he got from South Africa when he was part of the Ugandan team that participated at the Ultimate Pool Championships, and wins frame number 5 to make it 4 for himself and 1 for Farouk, racing to 8. Once again, 1 Farouk, 4 Ian, race to 8, semi-final number 1.
Okay. Ian 4, Farouk 1.
From the YouTube stream, thank you for watching. James Mobidu, Fritz Cosman supporting Ian Mugisha AD. From Barara in Uganda, Timothy Kasango, you say Ian is winning not but this just but the tournament. Okay. Dog City is watching him. Dog City leads by 6 frames to 1 in the other semi-final. Basijirenda Jonas, thank you for watching. Lucky Lewis, I am good and clear. How are you? Mangwest Patrick. Guys asking whether I'll be streaming the National Open Car Component finale next week. I don't know.
Okay.
Timothy Kasango, thank you for watching. Yes, as is Bliss. And yes, Bang Bennett. 7 for Dog City and 1 for Henry Mbabali. The pattern for Farouk is not working perfectly well. His intention was not only to pot but have the cue ball being played bigly with power to split the yellows open. Yes, he played in the cue ball into the yellows but did not split them open enough. You are enjoying the live stream of the semi-final of the Christmas Cup tournament that is happening at Villa Lounge Bar and Restaurant, Masaka City, Central Uganda. Ian Kazibwe leads by 4 frames to 1 against Farouk Mutumba. The second semi-final is having Dog City. Russia now lead by 7 frames to 1 in a race to 8 against Henry Mbaba. Now, although Ian has been playing way better, most especially perfecting a pattern, a winning pattern, you don't fancy that he can even dare think that he can take this frame down in his current list of the table. He gets to miss in the same shot that he grants Farouk sight of only one of his yellows, the one that is just around the middle of the table. It has been on Farouk's mind to play the cue ball into those 2 reds at the left top end of the table. Twice he has, but twice not with the power sufficient enough. The red closer to the yellow closer to the 2 reds at the bottom end of the table, maybe it's the one he's to play. If he's to play it with the sharp cut, cue ball is to be played into the reds naturally, and he would have no control of the resting position of the cue ball. That is, if most especially pots. Perhaps it's why he's maybe deciding to only play safe. Has to ensure that the t-shirt is not kissing a ball at the top end of the table. He plays some kind of safety. Perhaps now Farouk deciding that he has a better chance of winning a frame if he plays hide and seek, if he plays slow and tactical, than trying to go for pace against a player like Ian, who has a better pattern. With 5 reds on the table, Ian deciding to play 1 safety here. Cue ball has to be played leftwards, snooker all of Farouk's balls just like that. And Farouk having now to find the angle, I think, off the right cushion, such that it's naturally played towards the top left corner pocket where he has 3 of his yellows. Finds one of them. The shot is legal. Another big safety shot by Ian, but not safe enough because Farouk has sight of one of the yellows, the one that is so close to the cushion top left. So the shot he plays, with both players now fearing each other, not wanting to be the first to blink, not wanting to be the first to blunder, not wanting to be the first to foul. Another safety. Ian, as well as that spot.
Nice shot from Henry.
That spot at the bottom left end of the table where he's playing snooker every now and again. But again, Farouk keeps on finding the angles. Special thanks to the management of Villa Lounge, bar and restaurant, Masaka City, alongside Mbarara Highway, the host and sponsor of this competition, which is offering cash prizes for the top 8 participants. This coming weekend, Saturday and Sunday, there will be yet another competition. Again, 64 players. This time they'll be playing double life at Paul Games Bar in Mbarara City. That will be our center of action starting this coming Saturday.
Wonderful.
Ndema Moses, thank you for watching. He was supporting Ian from Hoima Raise Visuals. Thank you for watching. You think Caesar won attacking 8 money match this year as well? Yes, he did. I remember it was by a decisive frame. Bliss Q3, thank you for watching. You're happy I didn't stream the match of Henry Mbabali. He can really mean to be a slow player. Mkoto Zondoli watching on the Facebook stream. You are watching from Soweto in Gauteng in South Africa. Thank you for watching. Shipiringane. You're also watching from Northwest South Africa. Welcome to the stream. How many times is Ian playing snooker in this game?
2.
Henry Mbabali 2, Dog City 7. Dog City needs to win 1 out of 6. Nkobi McDonald, you are watching from Uganda. Thank you for watching. Blue Roof Pool Club. You say Farouk is winning this frame. Okay. It can be anybody's. The players want someone to sort them out, whether or not Farouk is totally snookered. Another player comes to sort them. He's called Fred Moesi. I'm streaming. Simon Oliver Chapela from Zambia. Welcome to the Facebook stream. Fino Haselo, of course, from South Africa. Big Zizi, RSA, maybe it means Republic of South Africa as well. And from Cape Town, hello to you, Mave Hove. Welcome to the stream. Augustine Tamo, you're watching from London. You say you are a big fan of Caesar. There is finally a clear opening for Ian to win yet another frame. Now with a free shot and another visit. For a free shot, he chooses to play one of Farouk's yellows and puts it, rendering Farouk to have only 2 yellows on the table, both of them dead balls. A frame Ian is highly likely to clear in this visit of the table. But even before I could complete this statement, he does miss a ball, having his hands around his head. Of course, a sign of disappointment after a shot taken poorly. Just that he had already played defense. He had defended his frame by putting the only good of the 3 yellows Farouk had just about a minute ago. Now intending to play a bank to this corner pockets, and the bank is off, but it is a partial snooker, some kind of luck for Farouk. Ian, having sight of at least one of the yellow, the one that is back near the corner pocket, gets to pot it, cue ball off to cushions, moves around the middle of the table. Pretty much a full recovery. Pretty much the previous partial snooker almost inconsequential, because he has yet another chance to win yet another frame, to increase his lead by 1 more frame. Wanting to put the red that is in between the 3 to the corner pocket top left. Just a little backspin, as he is hopefully on target, which is the red that is near the center pocket right will give him natural white for black, because he will be playing it last, and we'll want to put black to the corner pocket top left of the screen for him to record a 5th frame 1 out of 6. Stop shot, the rest is just a formality. Ian Kazibwe 5, Farouk Mutumba 1, race to 8.
Farouk 1. Tugenda ku na munana kutugenda. Finals tugenda ziteka ku table 3. Mulawo mutya bwogezi. Obusalawo. Tuzijja ku 3. Lowewa. Tujja kuteeka awo. Table 1 wafunda muko. Tujja kuteeka waliko. Table 3. Wakazi. Okay. Then losers over that together table 1. Wonderful shot from Kazibwe. Okay.
Perhaps of them all 6 frames being won by Ian, in my opinion, frame number 6 is the one that is winning best of them all. It is now 6 frames to 1. He leads, needing to win 2 out of the remaining 7 to confirm himself victorious to play in the final that is coming live after this one against Dog City, who was taken his opponent Henry Mbabali out of the semi-finals by 8 frames to 2. Ian 6 and Farouk 1 raised to 8.
Okay, now through to the finals. What do you want to make up? 8-2. Okay. Keep up saying you know. Okay.
He must start winning Farouk, or else it is clearly becoming too late for him. He has the talent to win a number of frames in a row, no doubt about that. He also has the temperament, but even more, whatever he has, his opponent clearly has better. It will be unlikely that he will be taking the match home, but in the game, you just never say never. He perhaps is on the verge of winning one of the 7 frames that he will need. The red that is leftwards of them all is the one he should pot first. Cue ball has not to be far away from the position of the red, is just potting off caution. It remains where the red was previously. He perhaps wants to put both reds to the same corner pocket now. Top right, backspin, just like that. Another little backspin, black to the center pocket right. This one by Apple. Farouk Mutumba 2, Ian Kazibwe 6, with a round of applause from the fans in a race to 8 for a place in the final to take on Dog City.
Okay, Farouk, I know Billy, I think Ian, I know Carl. When you see the corner.
Frame number 9 this, with a guy that is on table. The guy I think has one of the most lethal left hands in the game on the African continent. Not so many people can play as good with the left as is Ian. He really has a very good ability to pot. Manipulation of the cue ball is even better. Like you can see, sometimes he just places those cue balls in positions he still would have wanted even if he were to do so by plain hand. 6 reds on the table, with the left-hander needing to manipulate a clearance that will give him a 7th frame 1 out of 9. He's potting red off yellow, just a little. So casual, so neat, so easy. And to the fans that are watching, they are saying clearly that both Ian and Dog City have been the most impressive players in the competition. It is the final they are looking forward to watching, and it is the best final that we could ever have gotten for ourselves. I've not streamed at all a match involving Dog City. His match in the quarterfinals wasn't live. His match in the semis wasn't either. The final definitely coming up after this one. Ian putting the red, playing the red that is leftwards of the 2. Off yellow. Cue ball was almost into. Has complicated his game now. And not easy him spotting any of the 3 yellows on the table. He's even lucky. On another day, the cue ball could have gone inside as well. He's now contemplating a bank, playing the red that is leftwards of them all, off the right cushion into the center pocket left. That's what he wants to achieve. If he does, then he will be recovering. If he doesn't, Farouk will have a chance. Bank is just off. Abesula is asking who eliminated Mansour. It is this guy that is on the table right now. I think it was the second match I streamed live on this page today. Here he is. Has won one frame with one visit over the table. This one could be the second. And the yellows are positioned relatively well. Just that there is a black near a pile-up of 3 yellows near the middle of the table. Playing a yellow into another potting one by connection should be good to go. This one should be done and dusted from the youngster. With the little top spin now, cue ball a little off the cushion. Almost natural white for the yellow that is will now be portable to the center pocket right. He may simply have to roll it to put the yellow closer to it, to the corner pocket top left. Maybe draw the cue ball backwards and try to put both to the same center pocket. Actually going for the corner pocket now, top right. Sorry, bottom right. The yellow that is close to the black. Rolling it to the corner pocket, the cue ball with the top spin, following the yellow, just like that. And just having quite pretty much natural for both yellows on the table, portable to the corner pockets, bottom left and bottom right. Leaving a cut between white, actually not a very big cut. You need some kind of skill to manipulate the cue ball towards the direction where there is the black. I want to believe it will be backspin, but with the left direction, maybe he wants to use now the cushion, off the right cushion. How close to the black? It is too close for his liking, but still portable. He just used a little too much spin, but still portable. Is the black to the corner pocket top left. In this very entertaining match, the youngster is down by 6 frames to 2. Intensity for this one to be a third. A third, it is quite is safe. Round of applause from the fans. Ian 6 and Farouk 2. Race to 8.
Farouk 3. Ian 6. Ian 6. Farouk 7. Wonderful shot from Farouk. Abana bagondeze kuna
Mwana ngenda nga Masaka bakukwata right. Wali omwana kusandi ugenda mpezi nga 12. Ekyadala sijja kusoboka naye ate ebyembala genda gengi Masaka utamina
Farouk 4 and 6. Okay. Waiter yenna ali okumpi itakuwa
It is now 6 frames to 4. The youngster in Farouk Mutumba is fighting hard. I just don't know if hard will not be hard enough. Sometimes I just get this feeling that maybe he will have those so many frames he lost in the beginning to regret if he is to lose the match. But at least for the last 15 minutes, he has been playing better pool than his opponent. That was quite imaginative, but not effective whatsoever. Instead, leaving his opponent's yellow packed at the corner pocket top right, with Farouk himself having his own red packed right behind. So it is here now on 5 yellows, one of them dead, the one that is touching black near the center pocket left. The others are good for the taking. Now he may want to play yellow into the black. His intention is to play his yellows open. I would have fancied he would have played a shot that could have them both in space with just a little more power. After all, his opponent has a dead red. That one which is packed behind the yellow at the top right end of the table. Even the one that is near the center pocket left is not that good. It's the one he's playing. Just plays it safe and in space. Ian has another chance to have all of his yellows split open. I think this is the chance he's now trying to utilize. The yellow that is touching black, the rightwards of the two. If he plays it with some kind of power to the corner pocket's bottom right, cue ball will naturally be played into the black, playing the yellow on the left of the black, also closer to the center pocket. Yes, cue ball into black and shot on target. Resting position of the cue ball, not that good. A little bit of game reading not done well by Ian. It has to be on purpose. The direction of the yellow as guided by the player. That's what top players do. So while Ian was on target, the shot will not go down as a very good one. Washington Georgia, thank you for watching. You think Ugandan players are sleeping on an opportunity to win some of the international comps? By the way, these Ugandan players are better than their performance outside the country, which is a very big hindrance. For instance, consider that one of them won 2 international comps in a row. That is Caesar, and yet back home he had lost 6 comps in a row, not winning any of them. That's a sign that these other players are good enough to perform outside the country. Well, perhaps they don't have the temperament to perform yet outside the country, but no doubt in the level of their talent. Krom Chandabope, thank you for watching. And Samuel Ringo at the Kakamega School in Kenya, you wish Ian victory to face Dog City in the final. Been once to Kakamega for reasons not related to pool. It's a very lovely place. I then visited the Crying Stone, as if Farouk is contemplating combination shot, combine yellow, combine red into yellow, have both of them potted to the corner pocket. It is a foul. Maybe it is his last shot of the frame. It was always going to be very risky anyway. A more patient player would instead have simply have tapped the red a little, play it right behind the yellow, make it difficult for Ian to pot his yellow with one visit of the table. This is advantage Ian now. A chance for him to win a seventh, a chance for him to need one out of the remaining four. Patrick Ipiegon watching from Nairobi, thank you for watching on the Facebook stream. Krom Chandabope, again I'm mentioning you, watching from Zambia. Was in Zambia just recently. A very good time we had at Billiards Cafe. And some of the matches were so competitive. They are some of my best memories in this year. Match between Sakala and Caesar, a very competitive match between Herbert and Jerry, match between Victor and Dog City, match between Kelvin and Jerry in the second life final, Gente and Maluva. All those are very good memories. And of course, lots of friends met, lots of people who watch these streams I met. Special place, Zambia. I also love it for having almost the same exact cost of living as home where I stay. Now Ian playing yellow with backspin. He wants to put maybe all of them three yellows to the same side, pocket left. The second yellow to be potted by simple roll because cue ball naturally moves a little topwards, just to grant him perfect cue ball for even the last yellow to the same center pocket. It lacked a little bit of movement, but it will be okay. Play it with a little top spin with just a little bit of left English. Let it bounce off the cushion but not move far away. Just like that, the rest is a formality. Now needing one frame to make it to the final, it is Ian Kazibwe 7, Farouk Mutumba 4.
Okay. Ian.
And a 2 minutes timeout for Farouk.
Farouk 4.
Now the maths is this simple. If this young man donning all black Farouk doesn't win all 4 frames in a row, he will succumb to exit from the semi-finals and perhaps playing the 3rd place match against Henry Mbabali. That one will be a long played 3rd place match. Henry takes more speed than any other player in the country and is one of the slowest players on the African continent. If there's no time rule, if there is no speed limit, you can take a good 2 to 3 minutes before playing the next shot. Perhaps to try and annoy the opponent. As Farouk loses his cue ball here, playing the cue ball into the yellow near the side pocket left, but not splitting it open enough to have any ease to put any of the 3 yellows left on the table. He's looking out of sorts, even from his body language now, wanting to have a maximum cut of the yellow close to the cue ball to the left center pocket. Looks like his only chance of a recovery. Better still, the right side pocket. He's going for the right side pocket. So the idea is to cut it left for the yellow to move right. He will most likely have no control of the cue ball because the cut is so sharp. Maybe seems to go for the opposite cut to the side pocket left. Hopefully for him, gets it in, looks in. Yes, it is. Cue ball off the cushion. From the frying pan to the fire. He's pretty much in the same exact problem. Having sight of only one of the yellows now, whether or not it's portable, your guess is as good as mine. It has to go in between those 2 reds, then avoid the red that is closest to the corner pocket bottom right. There's a shot that he could play a little off one of the reds. It needs a lot of precision to play the yellow a little off one of the reds. Hopefully get it in the side, in the corner pocket bottom left. Off the red, but not in. Not even lucky. What is in is another chance for Ian to play, another chance for Ian to win a frame, which could take him into another tournament final. After this, another comp is starting this coming Saturday at Paul Games Bar in Mbarara City. Playing one of the reds with top spin cue ball, following the red, manipulating it well enough for the red that is topwards of them all. With him now having to put it to the corner pocket, top left. Cue ball bouncing off the cushion. I want to believe he'll want to play the cue ball with left English. After bouncing off the cushion, it moves leftwards. The would be bad of the other red is having on the table is the one that is frozen near the cushion on the left of the cushion. Left English, perfect. With quite perfect enough to roll with is the red frozen against the cushion to the corner pocket bottom left. He simply wants to get it in. Just so he may as well want to put it off the yellow. That's a little bit risky. If it went in it where it will be effective. Hits it hard and it's in. Now of the four reds left on the table, the one that is looking tricky is the one closest to the corner pocket bottom left, because there is a yellow packed right behind it. Whether or not it has a passage to the same corner pocket in between yellow and Joe, your guess is as good as mine. But for Ian, the intention is to finish all of them reds on the table and the black for him to book a spot in the final, which will be more than 10 finals this year alone, having won 8 of them so far and still doesn't seem satisfied so far. For the guy that has only Caesar as a player to have won more competitions this year than him. He seemingly wants to put the 2 reds to the corresponding corner pockets, bottom right and bottom left of the screen. And the corner pocket where he's putting the red is the one here that he will want to put the black. At the end of the day, it seems casual that black is possible in between yellow and Joe of that corner pocket. The rest is just a formality. Now this young man is on 8 comps won this year. He's just putting black to try and win a 9th. But before then, he has a final to play against Dog City. That one can be anybody's game. Final score, Ian Kazibwe 8 and Farouk Mutumba 4.